Hello guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make this video about AI art, but more specifically about Dall-e. When I talk about AI art, I'm talking about Dall-e. I'm not talking about any other tool. I haven't recommended any other tools yet because I don't know if I can trust them. I don't know if I should make videos about them, just because I know that Dall-e is completely safe to use, whereas the other ones I'm not 100% sure. And I would never make a video about something that I'm not 100% sure is acceptable, basically. But I got into an argument with someone on this Facebook group, and they're obviously an artist, and look, I understand why they're angry, but the comments they were making just really kind of made me want to make this video. So basically what they said was that this is plagiarism. Okay, and I wanted to clear this up real quick. So, plagiarism, define. So, what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's own. Okay, so an example of this would be if I copied someone's Redbubble design, okay? So let's just go here. Let's say I really like this design here and I just saved it and then I just copied the design or whatever. That's plagiarism, okay? But Dall-e, first of all, is an AI. And if you look at the wording of this, it does say someone else's, okay? So plagiarism is the practice of taking someone else's work and saying that it's yours. If you think about it, logically speaking, that means that this is not plagiarism, because Dall-e is not a person, okay? This is a new area of kind of print on demand and design and everything. It's like, can you plagiarize an AI? So I'm going to talk about this in some more detail, but let's just quickly make an example. So instead of saving this cat and an owl sticker, instead what I can do is make my own cat and owl sticker, okay? So hopefully these will be okay. Yep, these look fine. This is perfect, that's a cat and an owl. This is not plagiarism, okay? So let's download this and let's do a reverse image search. This is the proof of whether or not it's what's it called? Plagiarism or not. I have no idea how to do a reverse image search. Wait. Oh, okay, so apparently I can just drag the image into the search box here. So let's just try that real quick. Yes, okay. Let's see if it exists. If it does, I'll admit I'm wrong. Okay, so you can see that there are very, very similar images, but none of them are exactly the same. This is not plagiarism, guys. Okay, this is completely unique. You can see it's similar, but it's not the same. The cat, yeah, as well, is just completely different. So yeah, I would be confident using this in a print-on-demand design because it's not plagiarism. Okay, let's talk a little bit more in detail about some of the points that they made. So I'm left speechless. As an artist, this is the kind of scams, very strong word because it's definitely not a scam, people buying into plagiarism through the use of AI while proclaiming it's their work. I'm baffled, simply baffled. Okay, so like if you've ever used a Canva element as well, does that mean that you're a plagiarist or whatever the noun is? Honestly, I understand their point of view. I understand why they're annoyed, but like to throw out accusations of scams and plagiarism for something that's clearly not either a scam or a plagiarism. This is free. How is it a scam? It's free. Honestly, I get why you're annoyed. It sucks. You're an artist. You spend loads of time on your art. I do feel sorry for you, but I mean, I used to be a content writer until Jasper came out, and now people don't really need content writers anymore. So I'm sorry, but welcome to the 21st century. This is how it goes. Everyone's jobs are going to be replaced by AI probably as soon as possible. So So what I said was, how is it plagiarism? It's not at all. It's also not a scam. Do you really think OpenAI, which was founded by Elon Musk, would risk their reputation for this? I do agree that it sucks for artists, but that's life. I was a content writer until Jasper came along. That's true. I used to be able to find work really, really easily, and now I can't really find writing work anymore. So yeah. Okay, so Aaron Kinzer made a really, really good point here, okay? And this is a really, really important thing to remember. This is why it is plagiarism and why it is a scam. They are making a profit from using copyrighted and intellectual property to train their images. Again, the second part of this, to train their images, is not really relevant at all, because it's not plagiarism if you change something enough to... Like, if I did a Mickey the Mouse drawing, but it was a chair instead of Mickey the Mouse, okay, that's not plagiarism. As long as you don't use any, like, Disney logos or anything. If you draw a chair in the form of Mickey the Mouse, so, like, maybe it has big ears or something, I don't know, that's not plagiarism because you've changed the image, okay? As long as you don't use Disney wording in your title, like if you say Mickey the Mouse chair, that's plagiarism, okay? I just want to quickly say this is not legal advice, again, just in case someone does something really risky and then blames me. None of this is legal advice, this is all just my opinion, but I am pretty well informed on this stuff. So what they're saying is, because it's trained on this, it's plagiarism. But again, as long as you don't use an image like this, okay? So like if I go back here and type in Mickey the Mouse from Disney. Okay, let's see what this comes up with. I actually have no idea what's going to happen here. Is it just going to give me Mickey the Mouse images? I hope so. This is kind of interesting, actually. I don't know what it's going to come up with. Yeah, so these would be plagiarism. These would be copyright. This is intellectual property theft, okay? If I use Dall-e to create an image, and let's do another example. So a wall covered in McDonald's logos. Okay, again, if this gives me what I'm trying to get here, this would be plagiarism. The important thing is, when you use one of your images from here, first of all, what I would do is I would do a reverse image search. But I can tell you now that you're not really at risk here, because Dall-e, Dall-e knows what they're doing. But something like this is also plagiarism. This is actually really cool. Wow. That's like, honestly, like a piece of art. If you try and sell one of these on Redbubble, on Etsy, on any print-on-demand website, this is plagiarism. You will get in trouble, you will get banned, etc., etc. Okay, so the important difference is that you don't use any images or any wording from any companies at all, okay? Any companies, any movies, any TV series, whatever it might be. Do not use any words or images from these things. But as long as you don't do that, as long as you stay clear of any copyright images, this is not plagiarism, okay? Dall-e is not plagiarism. This is plagiarism, but overall it's not plagiarism. Let's just see what else they said, just because I'm kind of curious. They are selling works of art generated by someone else. Not true. It's by something else. It's an AI. I don't... Also, this would also mean if you pay an artist to create art for you, that's plagiarism, right? That's what they're saying here. That's not what plagiarism is. That's the definition of plagiarism. The people doing this are quite literally stealing someone else's work, AI or otherwise, and claiming it's their own. It's a scam because individuals using this technology are claiming that they made the digital work of art, but in fact that's wholly true. Pick up okay, this last point is fair enough, okay, I understand what they're saying. So pick up a pen, a brush, heck, even a digital studio, and be creative. Being lazy and completely devoid of ethics when plagiarizing others' work of art on its face is wrong. There's zero excuse for doing that. Okay, so if you've ever bought a design from Fiverr and you haven't said in the Redbubble description that the piece of art was not created by you, Does that mean that, is that morally wrong as well? Personally don't think so. I personally don't think that using Dall-e is morally wrong either. I think that's, maybe you're just kind of angry that you are probably a really, really good artist and I'm a terrible artist, but now we can make the same quality of art. I understand why that's annoying, but honestly, the same thing happened to me with Jasper. There are people who don't speak English as a native language, and I used to have the advantage of being a native English speaker and being able to write better content than other people. But now everyone can write the same level of content, okay? But what I will say, and what you should say, instead of accusing me of, or accusing people who use AI art, I've never actually tried to sell AI art. I'm just doing it as an example to help people. But if you accuse them of plagiarism, it would be like if I accused people who use Jasper of plagiarism, basically. But the argument here, the argument you should be making is that your art will always be better. You can always make better art than me. So why are you worried? It's the same thing with writing. If I write an article myself, it ranks better on Google. It takes me longer, but it does much better on Google, okay? I have 2 amazingly strong articles on Google for the company I work for. They were both written by me. The AI articles in general don't do as well. The same argument should be true here. The art that you create should always be better than my art. And I believe that because you are probably a very, very good artist from what you're saying. So just make better art than me. What's the problem? There are already people tag spamming, people stealing designs. You should be happy that people don't have to steal designs anymore because they can just use Dall-e to create their own designs. It's much more plagiarism that people steal designs than people generate designs, and as long as they're wary of copyright, I'm not seeing the problem, honestly. Maybe I'm in the wrong here, but the wording of plagiarism is something else. This is what I said, something else, not someone else, and they said, I believe my statement was pretty concise, no correction required, irrespective of your nonsensical retort. Plagiarism is taking someone else's work and calling it your own. AI is not a person. And then I haven't actually read this here. No worries, I get it. You're for plagiarism and taking the work of others by the way of AI, stealing that work that the original artist spent countless hours planning, developing, and creating an image for people to enjoy. Your opinion doesn't change anything, it's plagiarism. The courts haven't caught up to it yet. Okay, well, I guess we'll see. So I will add a warning to this, I guess. This is maybe a fairly valid point. The courts haven't just caught up to it yet. It could be true that in the future, the courts catch up to these companies, such as Jasper, such as Dall-e, and they punish them for training their algorithms on other people's art. But I can't see that happening. I can't see that happening, honestly. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope this clears some things up. I think they made some very important points. Aaron Kinzer made probably the most important point, and also this is an important point, and maybe that will catch up to these companies in the future. Will it catch up to people who have Redbubble stores? Probably not. It's possible, but probably not. Hashtag not legal advice. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this kind of was an interesting video. I'll see you really, really soon with some more content, and peace out.